Okay, Finance, we'll go right into the next item. And Mr. Mogi, in the matter of the State Route 57 reconstruction change orders 7, 8, and 9. You got the signed report?
Well, Chairman, until I get this over and working out, start with my statement. As discussed last meeting, I prepared a funding details statement and I passed on that this morning to, I'm sure, I believe everybody has that statement. Is that right?
Pardon me, I'm sorry.
Is that right? Everybody received this statement?
Yes, everyone get a copy? Yes, we all have one.
Well, I prepared the funding details with updated amounts here, and you can see all the change orders have been listed there, and then construction inspection, preliminary engineering, and then at 17, 18, 19, that those are anticipated change orders. Grand total of the project comes to about $22 million. The funding distribution below will indicate NOACA funds 15.68 million, ODOT funds 2.1, City of Elyria, which has received State Infrastructure Bank loan is 2.5 million. So total cost at this time with change order in additional cost is $1.8 million. At row 30, you can see that we are working with NOACA to obtain either stimulus money or STP funds, either of those two funds. And they do have a meeting on 16th of June to discuss this item at NOACA RTIS committee. I just talked to NOACA yesterday, and they informed me that they are going to discuss this in June 16th. And with that, if NOACA approves those funds to $1.7 million, then the only city portion would be about $101,000 in addition to its normal share. So these are the funding details I prepared, and those are to date reflect all the changes on all the expenses on this project.
Okay, now you're saying that the change orders 7, 8, and 9 can go down from the $239,000 to $101,000 if this thing is approved?
No. 200. The change order is still. If you go at the row 8 or the column number 8, you can see change order number 7 is $239,000, which is slope stabilization.
Mr. Mogi, could you put it on the screen so everyone can see where you're speaking? There you go. Thank you.
Okay. Got that.
Mr. Chairman. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay. These are the change orders which are already approved by council up to this point. Change order number 6. This is the change order number 7, 8, and 9. They are in front of council for discussion and decision. The first change order is $239,787.18. Second change order is pretty much permissive change order with no amount. Actually, it's a zero amount. There is no impact as far as the money is concerned. Change order number 9 is basically quantity adjustment for various items, and it's again negative $111.61. With that, all these change orders, it comes to $19 million total project cost. Then I have shown other items which are, basically construction inspection cost for K. McCarty, which we hired for doing the construction inspection for this project, and then preliminary engineering, which has already been paid to city consultant, which is $1.173 million. Total other cost, $2.673 million is the total other cost. And then I have listed anticipated change orders. Now, again, at this time, I want to tell council that these change orders are not final. These amounts are not final. We are still trying to negotiate and try to bring them down, especially item number 9, 20 and 21. They are under negotiation, and they are trying to bring them down. That's basically those are the anticipated change orders 297. That brings to total project cost is $22.08 million. And then at the bottom you have funding details, how the funding is already lined up for this project, and with that there is a additional cost to $1.8 million, which would be reflected as a additional cost to the project after considering all these change orders. And as I said, again, we are trying to get that additional money from NOACA, or basically NOACA, through NOACA. And as I said, we have a meeting on June 16, and as I told you last time, this $1.7 million was approved by stimulus funds, but again, for some reason, Federal Highway came back and said that money cannot be used for change orders which are already approved, and they kind of advised NOACA not to approve those funds as a stimulus money. Instead, they suggested that you consider that as STB funds. So NOACA is looking at that possibility, and they have a meeting next month.
Okay, thank you. Any questions from committee members? We'll start with Mr. Seward. We'll come
Thank you,
around.
Mr. Chair. I have a couple questions for Mookin or for Brian. Item number 18, which is the 2000 ice asphalt price adjustment, is that $20,000 going to be enough to cover? Is that what's remaining to be paved?
That's what's remaining to be paved, and right now I've done the worst case scenario based on the highest price that we looked at last year. At today's price, we're looking at about $13,000, but if I'm going to estimate it, I can't tell you what the price is going to do over the next couple months. So I used a higher number, slightly higher number, to make sure it was covered. So if you're going to have to talk about numbers, I'd rather have you talking about on the high side than on the low side.
Okay, thank you. Number 19, lighting quantity missed from the general summary. Is that a CT Consultants? I mean, to me, I would look at that would be something that they would have to, shouldn't be liable for that 90,000.
Just to describe that, the detailed design items are within the plans. As they completed their summary and brought the quantities from the detail sheets forward to the summaries, those are quantities spread out amongst 25 different reference items that were missed in the back being brought forward. So it's shown in the plans, it was designed in the plans. They just never brought the quantities forward to the general summary, so it wasn't included in the original bid package as far as the estimated quantities of it.
I guess what my point is that it's
Can I supplement that a little bit, Mr. Chairman? The way that was described to me, and if this helps clarify that, is that the plans clearly showed all of the quantities of wiring. It just was not summarized to make the bid tabulation sheet that was recognized with the award of the bid. When they made all the calculations and summed up all of the lengths of wire, the pricing that they submitted in their bid is still applied here. So there's all this changes is had the calculations in the bid sheets been done accurately at the first point, that 17 million at the top of the page would have been $17,105,000, and we paid for it up there as opposed to down here. But it was probably an oversight more in the bid tabulation phase and not on the construction side.